And yo ho ho to you all. Looking at the old Christmas tree. Come and have a look, Bragi.
Hello, folks. Hello there, Egil. What a nice tree this is.
There's a big tradition of Christmas trees.
What a great point, and something we can talk about.
Well, as you know, maybe the viewers don't, the Viking festival of Yule.
Oh yes,
where you
Yule.
Yeah, you brought greenery into the home, ergo a tree. And there's also, they had, I think it was Ulla, used to give presents to the children, putting them in their shoes. Later it became stocking. It wasn't until the 19th century, good Queen Victoria, God rest her soul, married good Prince Albert of Saxe-Coburg-Gotha. And he brought the German tradition of the Christmas tree. Now, interestingly enough, they used to put candles on it. The trouble was, trees burn, candles burn,
yes.
And as a result, it wasn't really thought of. Now, Mr. Swan invented the light bulb around the time of Thomas Edison. And there was a production of a play involving fairies. And Edison had a great idea. Sorry, not Edison. Swan had a great idea. And he made lots of little lights which lit up. Had this big battery pack on the back, apparently. And it was a sensation. You imagine you're living in a world of gaslight and candles. And then all of a sudden you see these lights. And this is why these lights, you probably can't see them, the lights you have on your Christmas tree are called fairy lights.
Yeah, well, I think at the end we'll turn the main lights off to give you a better look of the tree.
Yeah. So it became part of Christmas. Then, of course, you get Charles Dickens writing a Christmas tale, Christmas Carol. And of course, the whole thing about Christmas took off. Interesting thing, prior to the Dickens novel, most people worked Christmas Day. It was New Year's Day that they wanted off.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And especially in Scotland for reasons best known.
So it's really a new practice having Christmas Day off as a holiday.
Christmas changes over generations. I mean, we used to always have turkey. Before that, they would have things like beef, which was cheaper.
Oh, yes. Maybe a pig's head stuffed.
Yeah. Well, I guess that again dates from the Viking days.
Well, it does.
You brought the wild boar head in. So there's a lot of history tied up with Christmas. So when you're tucking into your Christmas pud, your turkey.
Oh, yes.
And of course, one of my favourites, sprouts. I love sprouts.
Disgusting.
I've got a whole freezer full of them.
A freezer full of sprouts?
Oh, yeah.
It's my worst nightmare, man.
Little green bodies, I call them.
Oh, I'll buy you some for Christmas next year, you like.
Yeah. Well, I was using sprouts this year from last year.
My God, I could have written you out a sprout Christmas card. I got some somewhere.
Yeah. I like them, and I think it's like a Marmite thing. You either like them or you don't.
And how old are sprouts? And do they date back to the Dark Ages, or are they a new thing?
I haven't an idea.
Are they 16th century?
Could be.
Somebody's bound to know. Leave a comment.
Yeah, let us know. I mean, I wonder if Oliver Cromwell banned them. You never know, because I like them. The knack is, don't cook them too much.
If you're not sure what a sprout is, it's like a little tiny cabbage.
Yeah, which is nice as well.
Well, maybe.
Oh, people can boil them and they put bacon with them as well, and almonds. But
so let's go back to the Viking times. There's old Egil. So every Christmas, would you bring a tree in and put it in your longhouse?
Oh yeah, and you have mistletoe, and all the mistletoe dates.
Well, of course, that's a very old thing
of fertility. It was the one thing the Christians would not have.
We'll get some mistletoe, and we've got a lady host on the channel.
Woof woof woof. But I mean, the reason the church didn't adopt, I mean, holly and ivy, you can't get more pagan than that.
Well, of course not. No.
However, they wouldn't accept mistletoe because of its connotations, and they said it looked like semen.
Yeah.
So apart from that, everything else is sort of.
You also find Christmas carols are also very, very interesting. Don't you not think so?
Well, yeah.
The meanings in the carols and the Christianisation of them, and also the paganism that's in them still.
Well, also it dovetails nicely with nursery rhymes. They're political statements that you could make without being done for. But anyway, that's another time, another place.
Yes. Would your tree have lots of decorations like we do? Would you be making wooden objects, hanging a long ship from your tree, or?
Honestly, I don't know. But
do we not know that?
In Germany, Christmas Eve is the big day.
Yes.
And they would have probably gingerbread with chocolate on it.
Yeah. I'm a bit tall for this video.
Yeah. I'm a bit short, so we balance out. But yeah, I mean, all these things that we're used to, it changes a little bit.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they have great markets in Austria, Christmas markets, and mulled wine.
Now, I watched a video the other day on the internet,
Yeah.
and it had a man from Germany, and he had 81 trees in his house.
There was a chap.
Dedication.
There was a chap in England, I don't know if he still does it, but he has every day.
Yes.
Christmas, has a turkey, wraps his present.
That was on Channel 5, that programme.
I don't know if he's still alive because the diet he's living on is a bit dodgy.
Could you imagine having turkey every day? It's bad enough having it for like 5 or 6 days in a row.
Christmas pudding.
I had a lovely turkey dinner the other day in a massive Yorkshire pudding.
Well, a friend of mine, a couple of years back now, good grief, went to Warwick Castle and we had turkey and leek. Oh, I love leeks. And we had a turkey dinner there and that was gorgeous. By the way, happy Christmas, Anthony, to you and your lady friend.
Oh, happy Christmas, folks, as well. Happy Christmas.
And to Rob.
With the Viking tongue, good Yule, good Yule.
Yeah.
Have lots of festive parties.
Yo ho ho and lots of fat toms all round.
Yes,
Eh?
Egil will be going off to prepare to watch The Godfather on Christmas Day.
That's my tradition. On Christmas Day, it's Godfather 1.
Yes.
Boxing Day, after I've been to my sister's,
You'll be legendary for this in the future.
it's Godfather 2. And then the day after Christmas, Godfather 3.
Somebody's going to write that all down one day and call it the Egil Thorsson Christmas plan. This is how you spend your Christmas as a Viking, watching
I'm
Godfather.
only speaking through my own thing, but to me, Godfather 1 is the ultimate. It's one of the great films of the 20th century.
And did you see, between the Viking Age and The Godfather?
Yes. A dear parted friend of ours who was involved in, shall we say, various activities.
Indeed.
And I said to him once, the only difference between you and Egil Skallagrimsson is 1,000 years.
Of course so.
He had his own code of ethics, which he stood by religiously, but it didn't coincide with the laws and traditions of today. And we need people like that to remind us and to get the wheels going around. I don't agree with the things he did any more than anyone else, but never mind.
I'm trying to be low here.
Yeah.
Too high.
He's bouncing up and down here.
It's a bit like one of those Christmas songs when you bounce up and down to it.
It's Christmas! Slade.
It's Noddy Holder here.
No, I tell
The
you
under
what,
the tree.
I like the Roy Wood one. Roy Wood comes round here quite often.
Not to this house, but to Derby.
To Derby.
It's not a friend of the channel.
No, well,
Yet.
hopefully.
If you'd like to write us a theme song, Roy Wood, we'll happily play it.
And if you're
You
watching,
can keep the royalties.
and if you're watching and want to turn up, we'll be more than
Yes,
honored.
Bragi and Egil interview Roy Wood.
Well, when you think back, I mean, before your time, but in the 60s, Roy Wood was a mover and shaker in the rock world.
Just explain for the folks who don't know who he was.
He was with the band called The Move originally.
Yes.
Then he was Roy Wood's Wizard. I know where he lives, but I'm not going to tell you.
I met him in Derby a few times over the years in the pubs. Very nice man.
I've never met him. I keep saying I walk by the pub where he frequents, but if you see him next...
I've not seen him for quite a few years though.
Yeah.
I don't go to pubs often now.
Oh well, there you go.
So
But if
she's
you're
right.
watching Mr. Wood, we'd be honoured if you would like to turn up.
Indeed.
And
We'll have a wizard of a time.
yeah,
I think at that point we're going to end this long video talking about the tradition of the Christmas tree, and we hope we've answered enough of your questions. And if you've got any more questions about the tradition of bringing a tree into your longhouse, and as a Viking, well, leave it in a comment, and we'll get back to you. And we do hope that this has been both entertaining and given you some value in content, and that you've learned from something and you've been entertained.
and let us know if you like it or dislike it, because we tailor our content to your comments.
Of course so.
And also, what do they do if they want to subscribe?
Well, you just click on the old subscription bar, but don't forget, folks, to go and smack it first with the old tapping of the phone or pressing the old keyboard button or mouse. And also go and click on the
That's a
notification
word we don't
bell.
use, mouse.
Oh yeah, see if Egil's had more mice again.
I've killed a few, 3 this holiday.
Oh, they'll be keeping accounts of it on YouTube now. Goodbye from me.
Goodbye.